Yes, we're back. Fourth Quarter Boys Sports. Yes. Ow. It is the illustrious Professor Lake back with the Chicago Bears positional analysis. Today we're going to talk about the linebacking group. And we had a pretty good defense last season. As stated before, I think Vic Fangio is a mastermind. He was able to bring talents and plays and effort out of some of these guys, and they really outperformed. I think they overachieved. That's just my personal opinion. I love the defense. I love Vic Fangio, but he gets the most out of his ball players, no doubt about it. So the Chicago Bears defense was ranked number 9 in the NFL this season. They allowed 320 points throughout the whole season, 3,376 passing yards throughout the whole season, 1,730 rushing yards, and you do the math, 5,106 total yards all season. Yards per game, 319. Passing yards per game, 211. Rushing yards per game, 108. And 20 points per game on average. They could improve. They can improve. I'd like to see the rushing yards per game total decrease a little bit. The passing yards per game, I could deal with that. But that 319 yards per game can go down as well. And I think that will go down if they improve on stopping the run consistently. A big part of them being able to stop the run, defend the pass, has to do with this linebacking group. So let's just go down the line real quick, and we'll start with the starters. At left outside linebacker, we have Aaron Lynch, penciled in as a starter at this point, a free agent that we picked up from San Francisco. Left inside linebacker, hopefully it'll be Roquan Smith earning that position rightfully. At right inside linebacker, you got Danny Trevathan. A couple years back, we picked him up off the free agent market via Denver. And then we got the homegrown talent, Leonard Floyd, somebody that the Bears drafted coming out of Georgia Bulldog, right along with Roquan Smith. So second string linebackers, we got Jonathan Anderson behind Aaron Lynch. We got Nick Kwiatkowski behind Roquan Smith. John Timu is backing up Danny Trevathan. And we have Sam Acho giving Leonard Floyd a blow from time to time. One of the major differences that I see this year is that we've got younger at the linebacking position. I loved Willie Young. I think he was really nice as a Bear. I love seeing him going fishing. I love it. I'm gonna miss that. We also had Lamar Houston. He came up with a couple sacks towards the end of the season. Sort of intriguing if he wasn't so injury prone. I wouldn't even mind if they invited him back to the camp. And also Pernell McPhee. He was one of the biggest linebacker signings when they had a chance to bring him aboard. I had a lot of hope for Pernell McPhee, but again, another guy that had problems and issues with being able to stay healthy. And I like Pernell McPhee's attitude. I just want to throw that out there. I even like how he plays. I think he's aggressive. I think he knows his assignments. I like Pernell McPhee. I just wish he would have been healthier for the Bears. So beginning into the current linebackers that the Bears have on the roster, let's go with Aaron Lynch. Again, a free agent out of San Francisco. He's been in and out the lineup, sometimes due to injury. I think he also got suspended due to PED usage. But a guy that's been productive when he's been able to get on the field and stay on the field for, an extended length of time, let's just say. And what I'm looking for out of Aaron Lynch, I want him to use his veteran experience to be able to solidify a spot on the starting lineup. Not to say, Jonathan Anderson can't be better, but in my opinion, I saw a couple games where Aaron Lynch was playing. I went ahead and tried to find some tape on him. And, he has the body style. He has the ability to collapse a pocket. He's athletic. He has nice size on him. And, I think he could do what Pernell McPhee did last year and then some if he could maintain his health. That's the biggest thing. Behind him, you got Jonathan Anderson. Definitely a backup. What I have seen of Jonathan Anderson, he just reminds me of a backup outside linebacker. Then you move into the left inside linebacker. You talk about Roquan Smith. He first round draft pick. Expectations are that he comes on the field immediately and starts for the Bears. I like Nick Kwiatkowski. He was serviceable, a little injury prone for my opinion and my liking. But just in my opinion, Nick Kwiatkowski isn't that linebacker that makes you, think twice as an offense. I think Roquan Smith takes away certain passing routes for running backs. This takes away options that Nick Kwiatkowski can't consistently do. Now, when it comes to the running game, I really like to see how Roquan Smith can handle NFL linemen. If you look at the film session that I did on Roquan Smith, I like his speed. I like his sideline to sideline chase ability. I think he's a pretty decent tackler. I'm not going to say he's the best thumper I've ever seen. But now that he's on the team, I just want to give you guys my honest opinion. And you can look at the film session that I did on him. And I still think this is a great pick for the Bears. So let's just get that out the way. But I want to see him be able to get to his landmark, understand offensive concepts. And I know he's going to be learning through the season. But what I really want to see is some of the improvement on his deficiencies in college, which was being able to, hold his ground against stronger offensive linemen. There were times where he did get pushed out the way, but I don't want to be too negative. I think Roquan Smith has what it takes. I think he has the speed, the quickness, the strength to step up to the plate and make plays in the running game, and also be able to cover these running backs and tight ends downfield and on swing passes and things of that nature. If Roquan Smith could beat out Nick Kwiatkowski, I believe that a lot of these intermediate routes that running backs are running, a lot of these tight ends that have been able to get deep downfield, like when they played the Falcons. So I like him right there. Danny Trevathan at right inside linebacker, another guy I really like a lot. I just hope he's able to stay fresh. I hope he's able to finish the season strong and play all 16 games. You got John Timu behind him, another guy that's been injury prone. So next to Danny Trevathan, you got Leonard Floyd. I wasn't really high on him when we drafted him because I didn't think that he was solid enough to play in the trenches. Thought he was a little tall, a little too lanky to play on the outside. But as time goes on, he's proven to be a really nice pass rusher. I really would like Aaron Lynch to pick up the pace and be a threat on the other side. If Aaron Lynch could benefit from playing on the other side of Leonard Floyd and vice versa, I think it's going to be a hard situation for the tackles that we face this year, offensive tackles. Leonard Floyd has a lot of speed. He can get around the edge. He even got to the point to where they started sending running backs to chip block. And that's only going to be good for guys on the other side of the line of Leonard Floyd. So hopefully Aaron Lynch can benefit from playing on the other side of an elite pass rusher in the NFL. Behind Leonard Floyd, you got Sam Acho, another guy I really like a lot. I really think he'll be able to give Leonard Floyd a blow in running situations and just in general. But I like Sam Acho where he's at. Interestingly enough, you got Joel Ine-Bunyanwe. He's behind Sam Acho, but I really look at him like an inside linebacker just because of his size. But he played a lot of outside linebacker in college. In my opinion, he's a little undersized, but he is able to make plays, and that's just one thing I noticed. And he, technically, he looks like he's pretty sound, when it comes to technique and fundamentals. So, to get a little bit deeper, just to see where we're at, Danny Trevathan last season had 60 tackles, 29 assists, 89 total tackles altogether, 2 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. I wonder what it would have been like if he played every 16 games. Leonard Floyd, another guy, he had 24 total tackles, 10 assists, 34 total tackles. Let me see here. He had 4.5 sacks, and 4 tackles for a loss. Now, this is a guy that didn't play the whole season either. But when he was in the game, he definitely caused pressure. He was pretty productive, in my opinion, for the little time that he did play. Another guy that I will have to ask you, what happened if he played the full 16-game season? And another guy, Nick Kwiatkowski, 37 tackles, 12 assists, 49 total tackles. Nick had 2 sacks and 1 tackle for a loss and 1 forced fumble. So health has really been an issue for this particular group. For them to be successful, these guys are going to have to play the majority of the season. I need 12 games, fellas. 12 games at least. If you guys can stay healthy for 12 games, we might be able to get to the playoffs. I'm serious. So, just to give you my opinion on some of the newer additions to the linebacking group, you got Elijah Norris, unsigned rookie free agent. You got Joel Ine-Bunyanwe, okay? And then you also got Roquan Smith. I think with the pick of Roquan Smith and Joel Ine-Bunyanwe, they definitely got more athletic. I'm not really totally informed about Elijah Norris, but I'm curious to see where he fits in. I think if he does make the team, it'll be because he was able to play special teams effectively and maybe was a spark. Roquan Smith, yes. I'm expecting a lot out of Roquan Smith. Because this is really, part of the equation for them to be in a successful defense is how quickly he could become a dominant player. So with all of those things in mind, that is the linebacker group. Overall opinion, they need to stay healthy. Also, I really want to find out who is going to be starting at this left outside linebacking position. Maybe somebody steps up and proves himself to be a good pass rusher and also show that he could squeeze down and close holes down in the run game. So, but we'll see. There you got it. The starting lineup: Aaron Lynch, Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan, and Leonard Floyd. Your starting linebackers for the Chicago Bears as of May 23rd, 2018. We'll see what happens when they mix it up later on in the season. Before I jump into the next position group, I want to cover a little bit about the Chicago Bears OTAs. I started to do a film a little bit earlier, but I wanted to just kind of watch a couple interviews and see what I could pull from these interviews to form my opinion about the success of the Chicago Bears organized team activities 2018. But you know what time it is. It is your boy, the illustrious Professor Lake Ow 100.